Over the years, the roles that mothers have taken on have changed. Mothers have gone from having no voice in society to staying at home to going to working in society. The change from stay-at-home moms to working moms appears during World War I. During this time, many men left to fight in the war, so women and moms had to fill the empty jobs. From that point on, more and more mothers have gone to work. This pie chart represents the difference between how many moms worked in the U.S. compared to how many worked in 2012. The birth ratio of boys to girls varies from most places. The ratio of boys to girls in industrialized countries is 105 boys to 100 girls. Consequently, this change in working moms has affected boys and girls differently. According to an online article called Working Mothers, boys of working moms seem to have much more empathy as adult males, care about their others more, and tend to marry a woman who also works. On the other hand, daughters of working mothers are far more likely to be employed as adults, and that employment is far more apt to be a supervisory position compared to daughters whose mothers stay at home. However, such positive outcomes are not always the case. One study says that young adults who lack a major mother's figure struggle to keep their lives on track. Young women without a positive mother figure are 67% more likely to be unemployed. It's unusually a given that children love their mom more.
Do you like your mom?
Of course I like my mom.
Yes, I do.
I love her, but yes, sure, I like her.
What has your mom taught you?
So my mom taught me patience. I was kind of a crazy middle schooler and I was very angry. I remember I would play basketball with the youth group, and if I missed a shot, I'd grab the ball and chunk it to the other end of the court. So she made me memorize James 1:19, which said everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to be angry. And she just constantly told me that over and over and over again. So patience was kind of one of the big deals that she taught me.
She's taught me the basic mom stuff, like riding a bike, cooking food.
She was my first Bible class teacher. I can remember now. I can think of specific things that I remember her teaching in Bible class, and in our family devotionals at home. She would ask us questions and teach us things as we read through the Bible.
All right, what has she meant to you?
So even though she's not my real biological mom, but in my heart I treat her like a real one.
She means everything to me. She's like my best friend.
My mom means everything to me. She is my best friend. I can talk to her about anything. I tell her everything that happens at school, and she's like really easy to talk to.
Get it, baby.
What is something your mom always says to you?
I love the dishwasher.
She tells me faith over fear just because of my brother.
She says I'm gonna miss her when she's gone.
How does your mom make you laugh?
My mom makes me laugh because she is just such a nice person and she sees the good in everything. And sometimes you just laugh because it's like, Mom, do you not recognize the sarcasm? But at the same time, as when she's dealing with us kids, she recognizes it and she totally takes us to task with us. And that makes me laugh too.
My mom is like such an old person, and like she says like all these like little old things like that just like don't even make sense.
She makes me laugh by the things she says at her age and some of the things she does.
What is your favorite thing to do with your mom?
Me and my mom both love to go to like antique and vintage stores and like look for things that we don't really need, but we want.
I like to go visit my mom and spend time with her and enjoy being there.
What do I like to do with my mom? I like to sit around the dinner table and talk with my mom. That's just something our family does, and when I got married and I had children, now we all just sit around the dinner table and we talk about what's going on in our lives, what's going on in her lives, and it's a good thing.
I like to go to restaurants and eat with her.
How has your mom affected your faith in God?
My mom has really helped me. She helped me focus on how much the Word was important in my life. She really helped me memorize Scripture, and she was really good about making sure that I was reading my Bible every day and praying and just checking in with me in my own spiritual walk and spiritual journey.
Definitely. I've seen my mom cry a lot over my brother, and it's gotten me closer to her and God.
She definitely has shaped my faith. Last year when her sister died, our aunt, that was a really hard time for all of us, honestly, but like the way she handled it and the way she talked to us about it, she never really like blamed God, which is something that's really easy for people to do.
The age that women give birth at varies over the years. This graph shows the age of women gave birth in 1990 in dark blue, in 2000.
Do you like being a mom?
Yes. I love it. It's my favorite thing.
What is your favorite part about being a mom?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is watching Craig be a dad. That's probably my favorite part.
Watching my kids grow up.
When did you know you wanted to be a mom?
You know, I always wanted to have a family growing up. I just knew I wanted to care for children, and children were a great thing, and so I always wanted.
I have known I'd want to be a mom ever since I was little, like 5. And I don't think I've ever wanted to be anything but a mom.
Has being a mom and grandma changed you?
I think I'm more concerned about like how this world is going, the bad things that could happen in the future, and politics, which I was never interested in before because it has so much to do with how the world they live in will be.
Oh my gosh. I'm a way better teacher after being a mom, for sure. Oh yeah, in so many ways. It's just helped me see what's important. It's relaxed me so much.
Is being a host mom different from your own children?
Well, a part of me thinks that yes, and then a part of me thinks no. You know, I like to include Cedric in our family atmosphere and want him to feel like we're his family just as much as his family in China.
Has your mom influenced you in any way?
Oh yeah. My mother did not have children until she was like in her 30s, which was a very unusual back when this was, you know, back in the 1940s. And she was so excited when she finally had my sister and me, because she thought she couldn't have children. And it was such a big deal for her. And I never for one moment doubted that my mother loved me completely. And everything I know about God, I learned from her.
I think my mom influenced me, and it sounds negative, but it's not. My mom, I was born really late in their 30s, and so my mom, neither my mom or dad had a college degree, and so the jobs that they had were a little more manual type jobs, not high education jobs, and so they worked all the time. My dad had 3 jobs for a really long time when I was growing up. My mom worked. She would be at work by 8 in the morning and wouldn't come home until 7 at night. And I started cooking by the time I was 8 because of that, and for the family. And I mean, they did the best they could, but my mom was never the room mom or the PTA mom or the, you know, if there was a program at school, she couldn't help out. If there was something like a party and so I missed that, and so I didn't want that for my own kids. Although I don't hold that against my mom. That was...
Throughout all of the interviews, the common theme is that moms are incredibly important to their families. This is also present throughout the Bible. After Mary gave birth to Jesus, she thanks God for blessing her and says, "From now on, all generations will call me blessed, for the Mighty One has done great things for me. Holy is his name." Mary set forth a humble example for all mothers to follow. Samuel's mother, Hannah, also exemplified incredible love for her child when she dedicated Samuel to God, saying, when he says, "Pardon me, my Lord, as you live, I am the woman who stood here beside you, praying. I prayed for this child, and the Lord has granted me what I asked of him. So now I give him to the Lord. For his whole life he will be given over to the Lord." She loved Samuel so much that she gave him to God to serve. The author of Proverbs 31 emphasizes the importance and value her children arise and call her blessed. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. One of the most meaningful parts about being a mother is the love that she gives. Paul speaks to this when he says, "Then they can urge the younger women to love their husbands and children." When trying to define the role that a mother plays, it's clear how vital and important she truly is in a family.